If you receive CPP, OAS, or GIS through direct deposit, there are two things happening right now in 2026 that every single Canadian senior needs to hear. Because people are losing money over both of them. And in most cases, they never saw it coming. Not because they were careless, not because they were not paying attention, but because one of these is a scam more sophisticated than anything we have seen before. And the other is a rule change that Service Canada made quietly with almost no public announcement. And that gap between what changed and what most seniors know is exactly where the damage is happening. We are going through both of them today. Exactly how they work, exactly who is being targeted, and the specific things you can do right now to make sure your money stays where it belongs. Stay with me to the end because the second one is the one that is catching the most people off guard and it could affect your very next deposit. Welcome back, everyone. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is the channel that keeps Canadian seniors informed about the changes that directly affect their pension income, their bank accounts, and their financial security. Everything shared here comes from confirmed sources: Service Canada, the CRA, the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, and official government announcements. Not rumors, not fear for its own sake. Real confirmed information that you need to have before it costs you money. Subscribe right now and hit the bell. Service Canada does not call you when something changes. Scammers do not send you a warning before they strike. And by the time most seniors find out something has gone wrong, it is already too late to stop it. Subscribing costs you nothing. Not knowing this information can cost you everything. Now let us get into the first thing. Right now in 2026, scams targeting Canadian seniors receiving CPP, OAS, and GIS are at the highest level ever recorded, not just in volume. In sophistication. The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre reported that Canadians lost over $638 million to fraud in 2024. Adults aged 60 and older accounted for the largest share of those losses, and the number that was actually reported to authorities represents only a fraction of what truly happened because most victims never report it. The real total is estimated to be several times higher. The phone scam most seniors already know about. Someone calls claiming your CPP or OAS has been suspended due to suspicious activity. There is a problem with your SIN number. There is a warrant for your arrest. You need to verify your identity or pay immediately to avoid legal action. Service Canada does not work this way. It does not suspend your pension by phone. It does not threaten arrest. It does not demand immediate payment. If you receive a call like that, hang up. That part has not changed. What has changed and what is absolutely critical to understand right now in 2026 is that the scams have crossed a line that most people do not realize has been crossed. Using as little as 3 seconds of audio pulled from a Facebook video, a voicemail greeting, or even a short phone call designed to get you to say specific words, fraudsters can now clone a voice completely. The pitch, the tone, the way your grandson says your name, all of it identical, indistinguishable from the real thing. Here's exactly how it plays out for Canadian seniors. Your phone rings. It is your grandson's voice, unmistakably his. He sounds frightened. He says he has been in an accident or arrested, or he is in a hospital somewhere and needs money immediately sent through an e-transfer or a gift card. He begs you not to tell his parents. The voice is identical. The emotion sounds completely real, and the window between hearing that call and sending money can be less than 5 minutes. A McAfee study of 7,000 people found that 1 in 4 has already encountered an AI voice scam or knows someone who has. And research released in 2026 showed that most people, when asked to identify AI-generated calls versus real ones, got it wrong, and were actually more confident in the wrong answers than the right ones. Your ears cannot protect you from this. The technology is that good. Adults age 60 and older account for the largest share of AI voice fraud losses in Canada. Documented losses in individual cases range from $500 to $15,000. And some victims have drained their entire savings, cashed out RRSPs, or taken loans trying to help a family member who was never actually in trouble. The protection is simple, but you must set it up before the call comes, not during it. Agree on a family safe word right now. Today, a word or short phrase that only your actual family members would know, something unusual, something that would never come up naturally in a distressing phone call. If you receive a frightening call from someone claiming to be a grandchild or a family member in trouble, ask for the safe word before you do anything else. A scammer using a cloned voice will not know it. Your real family member will. And if there is any doubt at all, hang up immediately and call that person back on the number you already have saved for them. If they answer normally, the call you received was a scam. Do this today, before you need it. Show this video to your family. Agree on the word together. Write it down somewhere safe. That one conversation could save you thousands of dollars and months of heartbreak. Now let us move to the second thing, and this is the one that is quietly affecting Canadian seniors right now without most people realizing it. Service Canada has changed the rules around updating your direct deposit information. And this change was announced with very little public notice, which means a significant number of seniors receiving CPP OAS and GIS still do not know the rules have shifted, and not knowing could leave you without a payment at the worst possible moment. Here is what changed and why it matters directly to your pension deposits. Fraudsters have been exploiting the direct deposit system by impersonating seniors over the phone and requesting that pension payments be redirected to accounts they control. The moment a successful redirection happens, the legitimate pension payment goes into the fraudster's account and the senior receives nothing that month. Service Canada flagged tens of thousands of suspicious direct deposit change requests in recent years, and in response, the rules around how and where you can update your banking information have been tightened significantly. Here is what this means practically for every Canadian senior. If you change banks, if your account gets closed, if your card expires and the account number changes, if you move to a new financial institution, or if anything happens that requires you to give Service Canada new banking information, you cannot simply call the 1-800 number and sort it out the way you may have done in the past. The safest and most reliable way to update your direct deposit information is now through your My Service Canada account online at canada.ca. That requires identity verification through your secure account login. The alternative is to visit a Service Canada center in person with valid government-issued photo identification. Why does this matter so much right now? Because if your banking information on file with Service Canada becomes invalid, an account that was closed, a card that expired, a routing number that changed, and you do not update it correctly through one of those two methods, your payment does not just get delayed, it gets rejected. And getting it rerouted back to you can take several weeks. For a senior on a fixed income where that monthly deposit is the difference between paying rent and not paying rent, a payment that does not arrive on time is not an inconvenience. It is a crisis. The seniors most affected by this are exactly the ones least likely to know the rules changed. Seniors who have been receiving their pension for years and have never needed to update their banking information because nothing has changed. Seniors who are not comfortable with online accounts. Seniors in rural areas where visiting a Service Canada center requires a long drive. For those seniors, just update it online is not a simple solution. And yet not knowing this rule exists means that when something does change with their bank, they may try to fix it in a way that no longer works and end up waiting weeks for their money. Here is what you need to do right now. If you do not already have a My Service Canada account set up at canada.ca, set one up today before you ever need it. The verification process takes some time. Doing it now when there is no pressure is completely different from trying to do it for the first time when your payment has already stopped arriving. Go to canada.ca, find My Service Canada account, and create your login. It is free and it takes about 15 minutes. That account is also where you can check your payment status, confirm your deposit amounts, view your benefit information, and update your banking details securely without waiting on hold or traveling to an office. If your banking information has changed recently or is about to change, do not wait. Log into your My Service Canada account and update your direct deposit details before your next payment date. The confirmed May payment date is May 28, 2026. If your banking information is not current and accurate before that date, your deposit may not arrive as expected. If you are not comfortable using a computer or smartphone, ask a trusted family member to help you, or call Service Canada at 1-800-277-9914 and ask them to walk you through the process. And if you do need to visit a Service Canada center in person, bring 2 pieces of valid government-issued identification and confirm your appointment in advance, because wait times at walk-in centers can be long. One more thing that belongs in this conversation, and it is something too many seniors discover only after it is too late. If you receive a call, a text message, or an email from someone claiming to be from Service Canada, the CRA, or any government agency saying that your pension has been flagged, that there is suspicious activity on your account, or that you need to verify your banking information immediately, do not give them any information. Do not press any number they instruct you to press. Do not click any link in a text or email. Hang up, delete the message. And if you are concerned that something may actually be wrong with your account, call Service Canada directly at 1-800-277-9914 using the number you look up yourself at canada.ca. Never call back a number that was left in a voicemail or provided by a caller. That number will connect you back to the fraudster. The real Service Canada will never call you to ask for your banking information over the phone. It will never threaten you. It will never demand immediate action. If a call feels urgent, threatening, or asks for personal financial details, it is a scam. Every single time. Let us bring it all together with your complete action list for right now. First, set up your family safe word today. Call or message your children and grandchildren. Agree on a word that only your real family would know. Make sure everyone understands that if someone calls in distress and cannot provide that word, you hang up and call back on the number you already have. Second, log into your My Service Canada account at canada.ca and confirm that your direct deposit banking information is current and accurate. If you do not have an account, create one today. It is free. It takes 15 minutes, and having it ready before you ever need it is the difference between solving a problem quickly and waiting weeks for a missed payment. Third, if your banking information has changed or is about to change, update it through My Service Canada account or visit a Service Canada center in person before your next payment date. Fourth, share this information with every senior in your life, a neighbor, a parent, a friend who receives CPP or OAS and has no idea that AI voice cloning exists or that direct deposit rules have changed. The seniors most at risk are the ones who are not watching videos like this one. A conversation today could protect them from a loss they would never recover from. Everything shared in this video comes from confirmed sources, including the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, Service Canada official publications, and Government of Canada announcements. Your pension income is protected by law, but that protection only works if you know your rights and take the steps to secure your account before something goes wrong. Scroll down to the comments right now and tell us, have you or someone you know received a suspicious call about your CPP or OAS this year? Reply yes or not yet below. Every single comment is read and we respond. Your experience helps every other Canadian senior watching who may be facing the exact same thing right now. If this video gave you information you did not have before, please share it immediately with a senior in your life. This is the kind of information that protects people. And the people who need it most are the ones least likely to come across it on their own. And if you are not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now, because fraud tactics are evolving every single month and every week on this channel. There is confirmed, updated information that Canadian seniors deserve to have before it costs them everything. Your pension belongs to you. Make sure it stays that way.